Kia ora e te whānau. It's Kerry here again. Hey, firstly, thank you so much for your time on Friday. Look, from my perspective, I had an absolute blast with you, and from Dave and my perspective, it was very, very enjoyable. Look, what we set out to do through the day was to, I think when we asked, what was it that you were wanting, what did you hope from this, was to distill a plan that you knew that you all had some level of confidence in, high level probably, or ideally, and that you were able to then sort of start thinking about how you go about implementing that. And so, what we have here, and hopefully you can see that on the screen, is our distillation of our mahi through the day. So I'm going to break this down as best I can for you and for you to think about as you go into the next stages and phases. So what we heard is that there's 6 to 8 months, and our mission of impact in that time is get you to a solid state, one that gets you to get to the Me Too position. And within there, we identified actually this automate processes and or improve efficiencies, or give back the gift of time, whatever way that you want to describe that. And specifically focusing on reps, and that was around the ASDs and the contracts. There'll be other things in there. In addition to that, you were looking really, that's an internal play, but within that there's a secondary phase that you would go in and focus on farmers, particularly EASDs and EASDs and ASDs. The second piece in there is visibility and transparency to producers. And particularly in terms of how you increase the visibility and how you increase the speed. So there's a question about whether the website is the place to go. I think that you can get there with a responsive website that gets you to part of the way with the thought of going to an app. An app will take you longer, but you kind of need to get to a Me Too state right now. So the website, I believe, is the way to do that. So you need an audit, a redesign to look at how you responsively design that. And then you look at notifications, and text was something that you thought about. And there was some integration work, and this really did come down to this relevance now about catching up. Uni work integration, there's a whole lot of functionality in there that you could be utilising, we believe. There's also some transport integration with M2X, I think it was. And so there's also this potential Excel uploads into integration with Farm IQ and Cloud Farm. And then some grazing integration was the other piece that you were looking at. So what you are needing in order to deliver and execute on those, I think, is you need to look at the stuff in a rapid design and a high engagement process. So there's some methodology in terms of how you get this stuff tested and used in the hands of farmers, so you can actually get the feedback and or agents and reps. So there's a methodology approach in there that's required. I think the other side of it is that you're needing protection to deliver on this to get you to Me Too. You need the noise removed. You also need to be thinking about how you might be thinking about the future, because as someone rightfully called out, is whilst you're focusing on this for the next 6 to 8 months, that's the window in which you're being given to catch you up, is that actually you're needing to also not just do that, but start planning for the future. So my view is that you can be multi-streaming through partnering, to look at how you actually bring partners who may have done some of the stuff in the past with others to bear around this. And particularly when you start talking about unlocking the value of AI in your next phases, in terms of other integration peaks, particularly the beyond Excel Excel uploads to full integration, and also this dynamic farming prediction. And the other side of it is obviously the mobile app. So there's a few areas of scope in there that you can potentially, as you progress through this, start reaching out to some partners to start saying, look, we're thinking about these things, let's engage. The worst thing, in my view, that you can do is, not deliver on this window that you have. And the second piece is that you haven't planned for movement quickly on delivery. So you kind of need to double stream that. Now, if I look at where my attention would go, I'd have 70% in Horizon 1. 70% of my focus is in there. 20% is in Horizon 2 activities, and 10% is in this real differentiate space. And that's how I'd break up my time and or budget. And budget. The other side of it is, in this Horizon 3, although I would be suggesting that you should be bringing that as part of your 10% focus, is this booking direct self-service with immediate allocation and the ESD link in there. This is this grab a slot play. And what I heard from Grant was, look, get us to 6 and 8 months to Me Too position. Multi-stream elements will protect you from the noise that's going to inevitably occur, and that there is dollars available if the business case can be shown for these activities in Horizon 2 and 3. So that's pretty much it. I think that's a pretty good solid state to get you going and moving. Hopefully that's given you clarity, and now it's up to, as I said previously, it's not an I. Individually, no one can deliver this. So I'd encourage you to think end to end in terms of the experience that you want to create, and you're all in the waka together. You're all in it, right? Because if you're not, then you're not going to deliver. And you're going to be behind in terms of the Me Too. You're not going to get to Me Too, which puts you at risk as an organisation. You have all the parts. You have all the energy. You have the culture. So get in and support each other and actually remove the noise and get this stuff done. And then once you've done that, get the confidence then to bring this other stuff in and with your partners and accelerate through that quickly. Sounds easy in principle. It's going to take a lot of sweat, a lot of mahi, but you believe in each other and you'll get it done. Ka kite anō. Hopefully that's a good summary for you. Really enjoyed working with you. Go well, and I'll look forward to giving you the playback in another 7 to 10 days. Ka kite anō. Thanks.